got the woods clamped down here on my makeshift bench. Just getting set up and got the tools out and everything, and forgot the extension cord and the camera and the tripod. While I was thinking about the extension cord, I was sure wishing I had the cordless jigsaw, and Ryobi One Plus makes one. It's definitely on my wish list, that and the quarter sheet sander and several other of the One Plus tools. I'm going to get started trying to get this cut. Today's the day I volunteer, and I actually overdid it a little bit this morning, and then the volunteering I did kind of was a little much as well, and I laid down and slept for about 3 hours, well, 2.5 hours after I got back. So I'm a little bit done in, but we'll see what we can get done today. I got just this piece clamped down, and I also put away what's left of that stock. I'm terrible about not being wasteful, so I had to save it. I'm going to try to trim just a little bit. We'll go from there. Was just thinking, stay hydrated, and it brought to mind that most interesting man in the world saying stay thirsty, my friends. Not Dos Equis, but staying hydrated. I need to get a pencil and mark this. I think I'm going to try and rip it for the thickness. Well, that wasn't good. This just split the old piece. I had to split it to get it off the pins that were in it. The way this broke, I think, was because it was so thin. I've actually marked this a little bit thicker. I don't want to take it quite as narrow as what it was. Now I'm going to get it clamped down and see if I can rip that along that line. Well, it's trying to walk on me a little bit. This end is kind of rounded. I'm going to see if I can make a difference from the other end. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to clamp that and have it hold, at least how I'm currently doing it. I'm going to see if I can get creative with some more boards, maybe on either side, so I can still make that cut. Well, I'm not sure how this is going to work. Tried to turn it around. I actually had to put a spacer in there. Keep dropping my stock there that I had to use for a spacer on the other side. I'm going to try to cut this though. Try it again. Everything was moving on me there. Almost have it. This one's definitely going to take a lot of work getting it smooth. Still haven't figured out what I'm going to use in place of a piece of glass. That does smell good. Too bad this wasn't smell-o-vision. I think I'm going to get out the file real quick. Try to do a little bit of smoothing on that. Put away some things, get it out of my way, and we'll go from there. Be right back. Okay, I got this clamped and I have the file. I'm just going to try to smooth this just a little bit. With the way I had to clamp that to get this cut, I'm not sure how much thicker I am than the original. Not a lot, and it's going to go down a bit more, but it's still better than it was for sure. As I'm here doing this hand filing, reminds me of a couple of things. One, when I was in Mr. Strasser's shop class back in middle school, he made handles for all the different types of files, and he used a different type of wood for every different type of file for the shop, and he did it on the lathe there in the shop. I think he actually paid for the wood himself. I don't know on that though, but I think he did. Also, reminds me of a debate I had with a friend. We were talking about woodworking shows on PBS. This has been several years ago. And I mentioned that I liked one, and I can't remember the name of it, but the guy used all the Woodwright shop. He used all hand tools, and the debate was the friend said, well, I like the new Yankee Workshop. He says his reference was actually the biscuit joiner and how he used it to do things. And well, I can appreciate power tools. You've heard me talking about the Ryobi 1 Plus enough. I also like the fact that you have hand tools, and if I had had some better way to clamp this, I think I might have got a better cut here with a hand tool. I'm going to go back to filing a little bit right after I stay hydrated. My friends. Little girl Bella. Now I'm going to go back to shaping a little bit on that handle. She gets to go back in the... Well, it's definitely better than it was. It still needs some sanding, and once again I need to figure out what to do in place of glass. I might have to see if I can find some. This was on the wood prior to me doing this, but I can take that out. I'm not really worried. I was somewhat better about my filing this time, only going the one direction. I'm actually going to have to get out the compressor, I think, and blow out the file, but that's for another day. I think I'm going to wrap it up, and at least we've got a good start. I still need to do the rip cut back into the handle for the tang of the spatula, but I'm not going to do that right now. I've already put away the jigsaw, and I will probably do that with the coping saw. But once again, stay hydrated, my friends.